Hello everyone, I wanted to do a quick episode on what's a perfect Elliott wave pattern. So here it is. I'm going to take you to the S&P 500, and this is a very recent chart, and we're looking here at about a 30-minute time frame, and you can see the markets made a low here back in September 24th, and they came as low as about 32.10, and since those lows we've made a nice impulsive move to the upside, and this is what I kind of characterize as a perfect Elliott wave pattern. Now this pattern is not fully complete yet. We will only know that it is completed when we start to get a three-wave correction back. But if you look at it from the lows all the way up here, you can clearly count a five-wave impulsive pattern. And this is pretty much, it doesn't get any more textbook than what you see up here. You can see a nice impulsive move of the lows, which is in 5 waves. If you go in a smaller time frame, you have a wave 1. You have a nice clean zigzag in a wave 2 that pulls back into the 78.6% of distance travel into wave 1. So this is just a simple 78.6 Fibonacci retracement. Then you get a super nice impulsive. The strongest wave of this whole sequence is this larger third wave advance. And this is a third wave up here that traveled just slightly more than 161.8 multiple of distance travel in wave 1 and close to about 260%, but that's a little bit higher. So, and then since this third wave was finished, you got a simple corrective pattern. In here, I consider this pattern a flat, and we call this just a simple regular flat. So you have a 3 waves down, you have a 3 waves up in here, and then you have a drop down in 5 waves. So you can see by the guideline of alternation that you have a nice zigzags in the wave 2, and then you have a flat in the wave 4 position. And since then, this one pulled very close to 50%. Usually fourth waves are not that deep. Every time you get a fourth wave that passes 50%, it starts to be very questionable for a fourth. And then since then, you're moving up into this final wave of this whole sequence, which is wave 5. And what's beautiful about this wave is that it's so impulsive that it's actually has a 1-2-1-2 scenario in it. If you look at it, you can see clearly a wave 1 in here and a pullback. That's wave 2. You see another move up here and then another small pullback. That's another 1 and another 2, because the explosion that you get after this kind of a pattern, it's clearly shooting straight up here as part of this larger third of a third wave. That's what we call this, third of a third. So this is where the meat of the gains are. Now what happens into the markets are going to start to slowly finish off the sequences here as we're approaching some of these upper fib levels. So you look at the 1-2, 1-2, and we know that we need to have a 5-wave sequence inside a third of a third. So you go 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's going to be a fourth wave in here shortly that we're going to get. Then we're going to get one more push up higher here to complete that sequence. We're going to do another fourth in here and then push back up higher for that final 5. So the way that will look is something like that. This is the internal sequence. You go in a 1 and a 2. That's a 3. That's possibly still in progress in here. So we're going to get another 4. Possibly sideways, just something small, and then we'll do a 5. So that's going to be that internal sequence, and now we got to get, for this wave 1 and this wave 2, we got to get a 4 and a 5. So this is going to be another fourth in here and a possible fifth wave that's going to finish somewhere up into these levels. The reason why I kind of put this fib targets on here is because I'm targeting for this 5-wave advance. Since this third wave is quite long, I'm looking at this as having a 61.8 multiple of distance travel between wave 1, the origin of the wave 1, and the end of the wave 3. So if you measure this whole distance and then you do the fib multiple of it, you're going to get up to about 3406 into the S&P 500. That's the 618. The next one that I'm watching, since we already passed equality with wave 1 somewhere below at these levels, I'm watching equality between this final wave 5 that's in progress and this wave 1. So we passed equality, and the next level that's extremely important is 161.8 multiple of that wave 1. So that comes at about 3420. So I'm starting to get a cluster of zones in here that are telling me that this is somewhere where this fifth wave should top, and then we're going to get a corrective move lower. The other one that I'm watching, which is not very common, but it's a 5 versus 3, so just a 618 multiple of this distance travel in this larger third wave advance. Right, so this is what I'm seeing as a part of a development into this advance from the low. So this is your perfect Elliott wave sequence. Once this is going to be done, we're going to get a 3-wave corrective pullback that's going to happen in an A, B, C. This can take shape in several forms, and there is ways to kind of guide you through that the moment we push back from this highs in here. But we should expect a correction, and if this is what we're going to get back here to the bottom of this 4th wave, then we're going to look for another impulse to the upside into the S&P 500. So there is no point to rush. This is where you kind of pull back and stay to the side, wait for this market to finish the sequence, get into a corrective move in here, and if it fits all the criteria that it's supposed to have as part of a correction, then you look for some signals to embark back into the next bullish advance. So I hope this was helpful, guys, and just kind of seeing what we're looking for when we have a nice clean 5-wave impulsive move, and this kind of fits all the criteria that I'm looking for. So this is just you know, pure gorgeous move for Elliottians and for people that are definitely interested in watching the wave principle. But for everybody else that wants to learn a little bit more, just you know, come and visit us into the Telegram room, and you know, I have a lot of charts and a lot of explanations there about this, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.